Hi, my name is Paul Sundin, and I'm with Empyrean. Today we're going to talk about cash balance plan eligibility requirements. This comes up often when clients have employees, whether they have one employee or 10 employees. There's a discussion that revolves around, well, when are my employees eligible and how are they eligible and how much do I have to contribute and all that. So eligibility is a very important topic to discuss with clients when you've got a lot of employees, okay? That being the case, if you have a solo plan though, it's usually less complex of an issue, but again, it can be a big issue when you've got employees. But before I dive into this, make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment below if you can. We do review comments and answer questions from time to time. You also can, in the description section, set up for an illustration or a free consulting call with us. We'd be glad to help you out and do a plan for you if it fits your situation. But let's dive into this. So eligibility, the question becomes, not so much is the owner eligible, because these are typically our clients are professionals, high income people working plenty of hours. It comes into place when, hey, I have employees or I have my children or something like that. When are they eligible? How much do I need to contribute? And so forth. So let's talk specifically about eligibility. Let's talk about who can be excluded from the plan specifically, because that's usually the issue. Most clients don't mind contributing a little bit for their employees if they have to. They just don't want to make, super large contributions to the plans for them. So first thing on the eligibility we would say is you can exclude everybody under the age of 21. A lot of times our clients have their kids on payroll. Obviously, if they're under the age of 21, they can be excluded completely. Maybe they've got some other high school employees working for them, so that's usually not a problem. The second eligibility issue is the hour requirement. A person's going to be eligible when they have worked at least 1,000 hours, okay? 1,000 hours is basically 20 hours a week. So if someone's worked less than 1,000 hours, they're not eligible for a contribution. There's no need to contribute to them for that given year. If they're over 1,000 hours, you will have to make a contribution for them, aside from the other issues. Again, a lot of times people have their kids on payroll. Often they work below 1,000 hours. Or again, if you've got maybe certain types of seasonal staff, that's another issue. They can fall under the plan requirements. But a lot of times you might have part-timers that help you out from time to time. Typically the 1,000-hour rule will allow you to exclude them. Another big issue that we have come up, and usually the main other eligibility, is when someone starts with you, when you can exclude them for purposes of an entrance date. So the general rule is that if someone starts with you in a given year, you can exclude them from the plan in that plan year. The reason is they have to hit 1,000 hours, and then they become eligible to enter the plan on the next entry date, which often coincides with, say, January 1st of the following year. So the moral of the story is you hire a full-time worker sometime in a year. You do not have to contribute to for that employee in that year. You will have to contribute to them in subsequent years. But alternatively, you can set up plans where you can exclude people in the first 2 years, but then they have to vest immediately. Vesting means ownership. So after 2 years, you have to contribute. They will actually have access to the money at that point, where if you use the traditional 1-year entrance exclusion rule and entrance dates, you can have 3-year vesting, which means you could contribute for them, but they don't have ownership of the money until the 3-year mark is met. So again, those are the main eligibility purposes, the main things for you to consider. If you've got several employees, I would say in most situations, if someone's got 5 employees, because of what I just went over, because of people terminating during a year, good chance you can probably exclude a couple of them. It really just depends. If you've got a lot of turnover, a lot of younger employees, a lot of part-time employees, you're typically going to have a lot fewer eligible employees. However, if you've got a lot of employees, higher paid, they stick around a little bit longer, they're older, that's going to make eligibility rules a little bit more stringent. You're going to have to contribute much more for those employees, and that could make the economics of a plan a little bit more challenging. So hopefully I gave you a good general idea of how eligibility works. If you like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel so you can be notified of future videos. Also, go to our website if you want some more information. We've got some articles on eligibility and other things like that. It's just emparian.com. You also can set up for a video, and we'd be glad to set up a plan for you.